So today's Monday, the start of a short week actually, and so you remember on Friday, almost at expiry, markets took a complete U-turn and got stopped out of 5 minutes trades, and the same thing happened on Bank Nifty as well. It reversed, right? But U.S. markets closed down 2%, so I was kind of expecting a very weak opening today. That sort of happened and didn't happen. So if you look at Nifty, okay, Nifty opened just above yesterday's low, but below the close, somewhere midpoint, and then it kept falling. So a trade was triggered here, okay, which I didn't take. It went down, so I said, okay, it's a missed trade. It came back to this level, and I said, oh, I might get this trade. I just wait for it to go to kitchen, so I didn't enter it here. And again, price fell from there, and again, I didn't get an entry. So Nifty is actually trending down, and it's given a good entry. Actually, even here would be a decent entry, but I went ahead and shorted Bank Nifty. Reason being that yesterday's short was still open, so I'm actually short since yesterday, and I don't have the bandwidth to take a Nifty short. Here, what happened is it opened in the cloud. So unlike Nifty, which opened nicely below the cloud, Bank Nifty opened in the cloud, went down, came back in the cloud, and now it is finally breaking down. But it's not as weak as Nifty. It's not showing the same kind of momentum. It might come, but it needs to like break 37,300 levels before that happens, which is looking quite tough for it to happen today. So I probably shouldn't have uh, held this position overnight, because hadn't I held this Nifty trade would have been much straightforward to take, and I would have definitely considered shorting here. But now that I missed that opportunity, and I'm just going to sit by and watch Nifty fall while I can do nothing about it, and hope that my Bank Nifty trade pays off now that I've taken this trade. I mean, it's a bad trade because it was, there was a better opportunity, but it's not a wrong trade as such, because it's below the cloud. The cloud is weak. It's just that it's not as weak as that. So a better use of my funds would have been to use it on Nifty instead of Bank Nifty. This is not a wrong trade. Like, it's not like I'm going short when everything is clearly telling me it's long. It is looking weak. It's just that it's going to take time to happen. And it may not even happen today. I might have to carry this trade one more day to actually, get a meaningful payoff. But yeah, Nifty was definitely the winner. I mean, here again, it has triggered a trade. So, it happens sometimes, especially when you are very hung up on one trade. You miss out a good opportunity. But let's see. Maybe this can keep going lower and it pays off well. I'm not really sure. All right. So let's discuss. I would have shorted Nifty at 17,500, and right now it's at 17,338. So 17,500 minus 17,338. That's 162 points. 162 into 25. Sorry, into 50 actually, because the lot size is 50. That would have been a gain of 8,100. Right. Instead, I have held a short on. So I mean, this was a brilliant trade. Okay, that is 162 points. I mean, what? That's just crazy, insanely good. But I have opted for Bank Nifty, right? And Bank Nifty, my short was at 37,382. Okay, somewhere over here. Now that is 37,149. So it's decent. 37,382 minus where did I say we are at now? 37,200. 37,200. So that's 182 points. But the problem is 182 and the other lot size is 25. So I've actually just made 7,000, whereas Nifty trade would have made me 8,100. So okay, I'm not that far off, but yeah, that was a better trade. This has pulled back. So it really needs to move much more lower to justify this. Bad decision, no, but could have made a better profit. But like I said, this is a weak chart, so it's not a wrong trade. It's definitely weak. Just that Nifty was weaker, and Nifty still has downward momentum. So Bank Nifty really needs to pick it up and start performing. I've actually made just 182 points. So it's 37,382 minus 37,200, where it is now. That's it's on 382. So that's 182 points, and that is just half of what I have made. So this into 25, that's 4,000, whereas Nifty has made me 8,000. It's like half the performance. So this needs to drop another 100, 200 points to actually, make a better profit than Nifty. Like it's underperforming. In the sense of a short, it's underperforming a short. It's actually not falling as much as Nifty. So Nifty has fallen 1.5%. Bank Nifty has fallen just 1%. That's what's happened, right? So Bank Nifty actually needs to start falling much more for this to actually be a good trade. So one thing I didn't discuss was my target, right? So let's just discuss my target. I've shorted here, right? So that means this target is achieved. Okay, this one was the next target where it hasn't gone as yet. That's 37,100, but I'm actually targeting somewhere around 36,800 levels. This is my actual target, 36,800. And if you look at the 15-minute chart, so I'm actually, since I've carried this trade, I'm actually thinking of it on the 15-minute time frame, not the 5-minute time frame. My target is all the way down here at 36,300. Which is like a huge return if it does pay off. So it's 1,000 points, 37,300 to 36,300 is 1,000 points. So that's like a profit of 25,000, right? But carrying it will actually involve costs, because this particular this portfolio of mine has just 60,000-70,000. So I can't take I have to hedge the position with options. I can't take a naked short. But yeah, it looks like a handsome trade in that sense. Whereas Nifty on 15-minute chart wouldn't be that attractive, I guess. I haven't looked at it, but yeah, I think, or it just might actually. Oh, Nifty is at its target right now on 5-minute time frame. By the way, Nifty has reached its target. Okay, that's interesting. Or is this a 15-minute chart? 1 second. Just, oh, this is 5 minutes. Okay. 5 minutes and 15-minute both have reached its target. So this was the Nifty target, right? Nifty has hit its target. It might go slightly lower from here, 17,270. But oh man, that's crazy. I never expect Nifty to move so much in a day. Nifty has hit its target beautifully. So big miss over here. I took a trade of 4,000 and let go of a trade of 8,000 bucks. That's just stupid. Unnecessarily didn't take the better trade. But alright, it's at its target. So whereas Bank Nifty still has a way to go, right? Bank Nifty has space. Like there's a play left over there. So fingers crossed that also comes down to its target and pays off. But 36,300 would actually require me to take delivery on this trade. Again, that's actually difficult to do. It's a lot of sleepless nights when you take delivery trades, especially on a small capital. I think even on a large capital it would be scary, but yeah. I'm pretty sure this target is safe. It's achievable. It might come somewhere here, 36,400 and also, which is, I would be fine exiting there as well. A lot of weakness though on the charts. And believe Nifty hit its target so perfectly though. This is just beautiful. If it goes to 275, that would be even crazier. And it just might, considering how S&P moved yesterday. So I'll just show you S&P's chart. So S&P has solid weakness. It was 1.9, let's say 2% down. But if you see the chart, okay, the chart is a line chart, but the candlestick chart is crazy. This is how it has fallen. It's just falling like there's no tomorrow, sort of. It's probably going to drop even further today, fill this gap, go even lower, but the futures are up a bit, very marginally up, and they might actually start going down. Uh, they might go down by 2 o'clock, something Indian Standard Time, and that could be really challenging if that happens, like for the markets to handle. So that would see a further correction by global markets. No, but this is a crazy weak chart, and Nifty is kind of similar to Nifty daily. I'll just show it to you. Use I want a clean view, and I want a daily time frame. Right. So this is sort of the similar like bearishness that Nifty is following. It's quite weak. It's quite weak. So I mean Nifty has a gap left to fill somewhere over here. So could go to 130 levels eventually. A lot of bearishness in the market. It's good for me, I'm short, but Bank Nifty is falling more now. So Bank Nifty is 1.2, Nifty is 1.7. Nifty is just not stopping. Just not stopping. It's insane. This was sort of where I had a short exit triggered. So here I've got a Bank Nifty short exit which has triggered. Insane. Insane. So this is 10,000 as a carried position. So I'll net 7,000 down actually. 5,000. And this was the hedge. So that's what has happened. Like this is the cost of carrying a position for the next day. Like if I had a larger capital, it would be fine, but that would mean borrowing. So it's fine. It's fine. I can deal with this if these are the sort of gains I make. Okay, let's go back to our 5-minute chart on Bank Nifty. I've added a new indicator I've been like looking at. It's called the money flow index. So it sort of moves like the RSI, but it's a little more money flow. So you see this one down here. It moves similar to the RSI. It's like an oscillator, but it gives It gives fewer overbought and oversold signals, and when it does go, market almost always corrects. Like for example, here RSI was showing oversold for a long time, but market kept going down, right? But money flow was not showing oversold as yet, so it didn't give an exit. And here it was showing overbought, and RSI was not. I mean, it's different. I don't know exactly how it works. I'm going to research it further, but I'm just observing it for now, and it seems good at this point of time. Like I have no issues with it. It's a good indicator. Uh, like even right now, it's touched a low and it's going up. So probably triggered an exit. Maybe use it in combination with RSI. Like that would be a smarter decision, probably. Not really sure, but yeah, no, that's it. Like I should have probably traded Nifty and not Bank Nifty. Regret for the day. Every trading day is a day of regret. Some days you're happy, but most of the days you feel like, oh no, I could have done better. And here I knew I could have done better, but I missed out on a trade because I was holding to this one. It's such a flat cloud. Like it was obvious it wasn't going to move much. Nifty was trending so well. Mistakes like these, but and this is when you wish you had more capital so you could take both, you know. But if I had more capital also, I would probably have put more in this and hope for outperformance. But actually, that was the better trade. So I should have squared off this and gone for the Nifty trade. And even if I had more capital, I should have taken two lots of Nifty and not one lot of Nifty and buying. Well, wishful thinking. Uh, anyway, that's it for now. So it has been an insanely good day for Nifty. I mean, in terms of shorts, it's been it's been a horrible day for Nifty. Actually, it's 2.5% down. Uh, but I mean, Bank Nifty hasn't done too bad either. Okay, so Bank Nifty is also 1.5% down. It's not almost 2% down. Actually, it's not like it's gone in a different direction. Bank Nifty is performing quite well for that matter. But Nifty, oh my god, like crazy. It's like just not stopping. It's a non-stop fall. So I'm just trying to establish a target for Nifty, even though I don't have a trade open. So I mean, it broke this level, right? And this target that was there, and now this is the next target, right? So 1704. That's another 80 points from there. It's crazy to think of 80, 90 points more. And I don't know if it can go all the way to 1600s now, like 6900 and all. Like, I really don't know. But I think Nifty has another 80 points to go. Okay, anyway, turning to the open trade. So Bank Nifty uh, has sort of, this is now 131, it's 155. This was at 130, kind of just stopped falling and, consolidated for a bit. But I think the trend is still on, so I'm like going to trail my stop loss a bit lower, but not right away. Like just waiting to see it move a little. Then I'll probably trail the stop loss. I still think this will be taken out. So let's look at targets. So my initial target was 17,810, which was achieved. The low of this candle was 17806. So it's reached the initial target based on 5-minute chart. So 15-minute target is still open and valid at 36,300 or 350 something over there. It's not yet reached there. 5-minute first target has been reached, which was here, right? 810. This level is reached. Now the next on 5 minutes is 36,000 and 25, 36. Maybe let's think of 36,300, 36,200, and like 800 is now breached. 800 just got breached. So that's amazing. Since I'm short, it's really bad for the index overall. It's signs of major weakness coming in. And okay, so just this other thing I wanted to discuss was there's a Fibonacci trade open over here as well, right? So um, on the 5-minute, that target will be like the next support, I think, where it could hold, and that trade has been triggered, right? Um, and it's ongoing. And one more was created actually. So this was the first fib, 38%, and its target was here, 36,650. And now it has created another fib. Let's just look at what this one's target says. This was also 38%, so 36,580, 36,600. I mean, it's probably going to now hit 36,600, which is the next target. And I mean, Nifty being down to at 2.8%, Bank Nifty down 2.2%. It's just unfathomable what's happening today. It's insane. It's a lot of weakness in the market. Massive selling pressure. I mean, just 2.8%, 2.82, and it's not stopping. It just isn't showing any signs of waiting to stop. Although and on Nifty spot, I have a target of the gap. So just let's look where the gap is on daily charts. Yeah, so there's a gap here, right? It's just a few points away from this gap. So the high is 17,112 and this low is 17,115. So it just almost filled the gap right now and is pulled back. So gaps tend to act as major support. So Nifty might just hold it here. If it breaks, this is all the way to down to 16,500. Definitely down to 16,500 today. In the coming few days, if this is not held. I was wondering if there is like a Fibonacci forming over here, uh, but nothing of the sort appears to be there. Even if I look at weekly charts, right, uh, it's probably going to test this candle or candle's low. This one's low, so 16,500 is something it might want to test uh, based on weekly charts. So over the next few weeks, I think markets are going to remain quite undecided and sideways. It's actually quite sad. And let's look at Bank Nifty on weekly charts. Same, it's probably going to come back to these lows. So these lows were created in December when the new Omicron variant was identified. So yeah, it's probably going there. Bank Nifty. Oh, I had loaded Nifty chart itself. Okay, sorry. Let me just do that again. My bad, my bad. Ignore the. Okay. Oh, perfect. Bank Nifty is creating a downward Fibonacci on the weekly chart. Amazing. I think this will be a 50% retracement, 50, 60%. Let's see. Amazing. 61, touched it, tested it, and it's reversing. This gives me a target of 31,200, 31,000 on Bank Nifty spot. That's just insane. That's just insane, really. 31,000. Didn't think I would see it, but yeah, it's probably going to come all the way down here once this is taken out. It's a very good setup for a short on Bank Nifty. And looking at daily, um, so daily, I think right now, so let's just look historically. So this level could probably serve to be a support, sort of where it is right now, or even this one of these, right? Um, and in that case, there could be an upward Fibonacci forming, like a retracement to 50%, 60%, 36,300, which surprise surprise coincides with my target 36,300. It's probably going to stop here and go up, giving a target of 40,420, which is still far below its life highs. So markets are deadly weak right now. It's really bearish. I mean, I'll probably consider exiting risky trades. So my trade just got closed, and this started doing this weird thing. So as I was saying, I just closed my trade on Bank Nifty because the stop loss got triggered. So you can see here on Nifty also, the stop was triggered at the on 5-minute time frame. So when Bank Nifty actually triggered its stop loss on 5 minutes, so 15 minutes the trade is still open. So 5-minute stop loss was triggered and I closed my position. So it closed above the kitchen, right? So I closed it, but I still think there is a downtrend left in this. So I'm actually considering entering a short and taking a delivery trade on it. But if I look at 15 minutes, it can probably move up a bit more. So I might enter this short at around 37,000. But I'm not sure right now, like if I should take a delivery trade or not. So I'll wait for price to come up and move down lower from here. If it does, then 37,000 I think is where I'll enter this trade. But it might not happen. And the reason I'm taking the trade is that it didn't go right down to its target. It went to 36,400, whereas my target was 36,300. But maybe it didn't go down because the spot 15-minute target was different. I'm just going to zoom out. Those are the futures, right? So even spot target is not met. Spot target is here 36,300 only still. I think the trade might still have some legs left in it and I can get it. But right now I've closed my trade. Um, I have net 560 points on this trade, which is insane, honestly. Uh, and 1,000 expense loss. So, I mean, 12,000, right? So, I'm averaging actually 51 points per day this month in January alone. Pretty good month on the whole. And yeah, let's see now what happens. I have a good profit buffer built up, and it has made up for these few wrong trades that I made. Especially there was one huge, yeah. I mean, I lost just like 7,000 on one trade. Yeah, this one, right? The short was actually closed too late. So my stop loss was 38,100. I closed at 38,200. So it sort of makes up for this. Uh, and yeah, I'm happy with good trading performance. Nifty also has now cooled off sort of to some extent after reaching. You know, so it actually went down to 17,000 on the spot. So see the low 17,002 was sorry, was a close. The low was 16,988. So it broke below 17,000 and has pulled back. So I don't know if an Nifty also will trigger a trade or not. It seems like a good level to stop for the day at least. Can't say what's happening. No, I think I'll just sit out now for a while and hope for another re-entry. And if it doesn't halt over here and keeps going up, then we'll trade tomorrow. Now there's no need to trade excessively and be greedy. And if you notice, I've added some options here. So I'm actually considering a strategy for the uh, budget session to go long on calls and puts and try and play something like that. So this is something on my mind. You can ignore these calls, but if I take that trade, I'll be updating it in this and get my thinking behind it and everything. But yeah, right now, Bank Nifty seems to be done. The short trade seemed to be done for the day. Pretty good day overall, 560 points. And I mean, Nifty could have made more points. Let's just see how much Nifty would have made. So Nifty, I remember the short was at open below this. So yeah, 16,545. 5 minute, 5 minutes. So it's even higher, I guess. So trade got stopped at say 17,160. Trade would have been entered at 17,425. 17,425 minus 17,160. It's 265 points. 265 into 50. That is 13,000. More or less what I made on my Bank Nifty trade. Yeah. So finally, Bank Nifty did pay off well. Of course, there was the hedging cost in Bank Nifty, but yeah, I made 13,000 on Bank Nifty too. So yeah, good day. Now I don't regret my decision. So this is showing negative because I had carried that trade. So this is like it's offset. The intraday trade versus the delivery trade. So you can ignore this. I'm actually 13. Yeah. Yeah. All right then. Bank Nifty is actually not moved significantly over the Kijunsen, and it has actually taken resistance multiple times, thrice now, and the 20 period moving average. So does a short below the Dickinson make sense? Is what I'm thinking. Like, I don't even think it is going to reach 37,000 today, considering the way it's moving. I might just get a short right now, right here, and 36,650. I don't know what to expect right now. So I'll just set an alert, but I don't know if I'll even get a re-entry at 37,000. It's 300 points more or less from where it is. Let's just look at Nifty for a moment here. Yeah, so Nifty also has done the similar thing. In fact, Nifty even broke below the kitchen pullback, but this time took resistance and the kitchen broke below the taken in. What should I do? Let's look at Fibonacci's. Okay, it's too deeper retracement on 5 minutes. How about 15 minutes? Um, see. 34. So quite deeper retracement. I think then a short below this one makes sense rather than preempting it now. Let's just look at Bank Nifty and Fibonacci's. 5 minute again here is very deep, but 15 minute might. 15 minutes is deep too. And I don't think I should preempt this trade. Tempted to, but I shouldn't. Very small target, 36,100. What was my target again? 15 minutes? Was it? Was 36,300 or 35,300? If it is that, then it's actually actually 36,300. I should probably take this trade. I'm going to go short again. I'm definitely going short again. Okay. I probably shouldn't have gone short here. It was a wrong decision. And it has been an expensive decision. So I've shorted at 660 and market has come all the way up to 870. That's up by almost 5,000 bucks and erased a third of my gains. It's fine. It's not fine. It was a bad decision because, like my original thesis said, that Nifty would take resistance at the kitchen and come down in 15 minutes, and then I would enter at 37,000. I would have actually got a much better entry and much less pain. But now I'm staring at a massive unrealized loss, and I'm going to require Bank Nifty to open down again tomorrow or head down from here tomorrow. So bad decision on my part taking a short so early. I could have actually got an entry at 37,000 and be like 120 points profit. And I actually considered exiting also at this candle here at 36,600, like taking 60 points and close the trade. But my exit just didn't get filled. My order didn't get filled, which was very frustrating. Like because then I couldn't bear to book a loss once it rose over 660. It just rose very suddenly. I'll just show you the 5 minute prices. So it just went up very strong. Like this was where I was like, okay, let's close this trade. It just pulled back, and I didn't even get a chance to exit at this level which I wanted. So the order was open for some time, and then I was like, okay, maybe it will come down from here. It just didn't. It just kept going up. So that's my status. I've actually taken a delivery. I made a good profit today, but I'm holding on to a trade now. I've taken delivery, and it's against my better judgment and against the advice of people who I speak to discuss my trades with. Even they said, don't carry a trade. It's not required. You've got a good gain. But the temptation was too much, and here I have loaded Nifty 5 minute chart. So Nifty 5 minute has actually triggered a short, sort of. Like it's come here, but 15 minutes it hasn't even pulled back that much. I'm not really sure. Like markets look weak. I'm looking at S&P futures. These are Bitcoin, but so S&P futures are quite weak, but it's not necessary that they close weak. It's the 5 minute. They were up and now they're going down. This is like they had gone up for the day and now they're down, but it's tough to say. Like this was a bad decision. I could have got much better entry, and then even if it hit 36,300, I would have like really good gain. But now I'm going to have just a minuscule gain. Bad decision, but it's all right. Overall, as of today, I have made 7K. If I lose some, it's fine. So I had made at one point of time 560 points, and now I had closed this year. Would have lost 140 points. So it's fine. It's actually at 3870. 5,000. That's what I was saying. Like third, I have lost one third of my gains for the day. Let's see, but now I just hope I just don't end up losing entire 500 points. That would just be stupid. But I hate myself for having made this stupid, hasty decision. Should have waited for this to happen, or at least for this low to be broken. I mean, I entered 660, would have entered at 400. It would have not made that much of a difference. Just bad decision at the end of a good day. It spoils the fun of the entire good day. But okay, I'm hoping for markets to go down. And if they gap up significantly, then I hope they don't go over 37,500. In which case, I actually have a hedge purchased. I have a 37,900 call. So it's like 1,000 points from here. So if it actually gaps up 1,000 points, then hopefully that will offset my losses. 37,900. If it gaps up over here, like over yesterday's highs as well, then I'll be making money on that and it will offset loss. Overall, not a great day. It's not a great end to a really good day.